Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm at Lipinka, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that the US judge rejected SEC's request for Binance US asset freeze for now, at least. The second thing I would like to talk about is, today we have the FOMC meeting today and yesterday, and today is the press conference, and now the majority believes that there will not be any rate hike. And the third news is all about that the Treasury Secretary says now to expect a slow decline in US dollar as reserve currency. It looks like she's a little bit changing her mind. So anyway, let's talk about these kind of things in today's video. Don't forget, every single day I'm making you a couple of fresh videos to keep you up to date in crypto, blockchain, economy news, so these kind of things. So if you're interested in this, definitely subscribe the button all, and then you will get the notifications as soon as a new video is out. Hit the like button if you like this kind of content. And now let's do today's episode. Okay, and as usual, for start, let's have a quick look at the prices. We can see Bitcoin is at 25,951 US dollar right now, about a 1% decrease in the last 24 hours. Ethereum 1,746, about 0.2%. So again, no major moves when we're looking at the two big guys. Then we can see the leaders today in increase, TREZOR 7% up, Injective 5%, BNB coming up 5%. I'm talking about this in a second. And losers, XRP 5% down, VU Network 4% down, and SUI about 3.5% down. When we're looking at here the candlestick chart, this falling wedge is still in the game, as we can see that it's holding pretty well, this trend line. And today, big things can happen if the SEC will not increase the interest rate. However, the majority thinks that this is what's going to happen. So maybe the market has already priced it in, but I'm going to talk about this in a second. But first topic I would like to discuss is that the US judge rejected SEC's request for Binance US asset freeze. So first topic would be this. This kind of Binance thought everything started really, a week ago, something like that. I don't know. Time flies just so fast. And, it's there is now a case what we have between the SEC and Binance US. The SEC is the one who attacks here. And because of this process, the SEC had an emergency request that they wanted Binance US assets to be frozen as soon as possible. And now we have the result. And the US judge actually rejected this request. And that means that Binance US can actually, continue its way in trading, doesn't have to freeze anything. The judge just simply didn't see the point why it would be so necessary, why this is so dangerous. And we can see that the SEC is trying really, really hard now. And it doesn't have like an easy job. And it doesn't mean that the SEC is saying something, doing something, then this is what's going to happen. So we should be aware of it, that, this is the first reaction from the judge. They thinking the SEC is simply overreacting the situation. And also, we don't know what's going to happen at the end of the trial. So what will be the result with this whole Binance situation? What will be the result that is actually, those crypto projects, tokens, all securities, 68, what the SEC has mentioned already. This is what we have on the list. So many questions, and it doesn't mean that the SEC now thinks this is what's going to happen. So we can see that they can actually fail as well. And this first answer from the judge shows that the judge can decide for either side. So actually even Binance can come out as a winner of this case, which probably will be a long trip from now on. Okay. Next topic. Oh, and this was the reason why the BNB token just went up, because this was obviously good news for Binance for now, at least. Okay, next thing I would like to discuss is today we are having the FOMC meeting, today, and what could be the result of today's meeting. So, recent months, for many months now, we got used to that the SEC always raise the interest rate. It depends by how many basis points, but it's an increase. However, now when we looking at this year, it shows that about almost 95, so a bit more than 94% believes now that will not be an interest rate increase this time. So basically today. And it's 2 p.m. Eastern time, and here in Hungary this is 8 p.m. when we will get the results. We're going to have the press conference after that. Very important, usually, what Jerome Powell is saying in the press conference, so that would be important. Now, really, this is the most likely scenario that there will be no interest rate increase today in the evening, or often, depends where you are. And, yesterday's CPI data also helped a lot, because it was better than the forecast. The forecast was 4.1%, and now actually it became 4%. So it's much better. And, Fed's goal is to bring down the inflation all the way to 2%. So we're far from 2%. But, guess what? Last summer, we were around 9%. So we went down a lot. And because they can see this effort, there is a good chance that they're not going to increase. They're going to pause this time. Will they increase after the next FOMC meeting? Yes, this can happen. It's still in the game. But for now, this is the most likely scenario. So probably the market has priced this one already in. If something else happening, that's going to be the surprise, and that can actually make a move on the market. I mentioned already here, the CPI data. Actually, here, even in CNBC, saying that the following the release, the market priced in a nearly 100% chance that the Federal Reserve will not raise interest rate this week. And we can see that here the consumer price index increased 0.1% for the month, and 4% from a year ago. That later became the lowest level in about 2 years. So actually getting better and better. Excluding food and energy, the core CPI rose 0.4%, and that makes it 5.3. So yeah, we can see that actually things looking a bit better right now. Okay, and now let's move on to the third topic. And the third topic is all about that finally Janet Yellen is also saying that we could see a decline in the US dollar as reserve currency. So let's talk about that as well. Okay, so it looks like finally Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, has to admit that they're going to be, or is, a slow decline. She's saying slow, but a decline in the US dollar as a reserve currency. And very interesting, because she said previously that her expectation that the US dollar would remain unchallenged as global reserve currency. But it looks like she is right now a little bit changing her mind. And we do know what's coming from the BRICS countries, that they would like to use not the US dollar, obviously, for trading. There's international de-dollarization going on, and many countries we have. I have talked about it, a couple of countries already, and look at this. I mean, simply, we had, when the Fed was created back in 1913, and since that, the purchasing power of the US dollar is declining significantly, and this is data from 2020, so we are 3 years later actually right now. And it's already so now it's like down about 99, 98%, something like that. So this is lots of no surprise what's happening right now. But here we have, this was just a recent one, just posted now recently. We having the president of Kenya, William Ruto, demands African nation to dump USD. And this was followed by a standing ovation. So we can see that more and more countries would like to drop for trading the US dollar, and therefore they have to realize that there are going to be a decline. And well, she's saying slow, but I don't know when she said that one, but like not long ago, she said her expectation is that it would remain unchallenged. And it is challenged, actually, to be honest with you. So we're going to see what's going to happen, where people move after this. Gold price went up a little bit. But maybe in the future, also, this can go for Bitcoin price as well. After, regulations are out and people are more feeling more secure with Bitcoin, then this could be definitely a way to get in. And more people realize how bad it is to keep fiat currencies for a long time. Sometimes it's good to have cash on the side if you would like to jump in or use a couple of taking advantage on a good trade. But for long term, your money is really evaporating if you just keep it and not work with that money. But I guess you guys agree. That's why you're watching this channel and interested in this topic. So that's it for today. Don't forget, every day I'm making you a couple of fresh videos to keep you up to date. So simply just subscribe to this YouTube channel if you don't want to miss any important information in crypto and blockchain, and then you won't miss it if you subscribe, because then you will get the notifications as soon as a new video is out. And also, if you like this kind of content what I'm creating, hit the like button. That's highly appreciated. Thanks a lot for that, and see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.